Yeah, AEW Revolution is this weekend. We got to figure out who Boog is defending. Well, we know who he's defending against, but will he walk out still champ after this weekend? We'll find out. The big belt is on the line, but before we get to the predictions, like the good guys usually do, it is indeed survey time. So, with this pay-per-view, this AEW Revolution pay-per-view going on, here's the question to go around the ring. Do we have a return? Do we have a debut? Or neither at Revolution? I'm going to say neither.
I say there'll be a return.
I say both, debut and return.
Yeah, I say CM Punk returns.
CM Punk returns at Revolution.
Not just a return, he name drops?
Whew.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's start the show.
Peace to the gods, the ringside club hard. My name is Aew, say you heard around the dawn. Blame Boogie while you at it, blame Chad Law. Kayfabe is dead, break the fourth wall. Whatever style, whether it's lucha or strong style. Come through the beam, you fly, burn the bar down. Back to the pad, chop it up for the par. Ringside club, intro to the squad as the show starts.
Peace. What up, subscribers? What up, listeners? Gods, earths, boys, girls, children of all ages. It's the prediction show, but first and foremost, it's the Ringside Club. Everything you need to know, of course, is at theringsideclub.com. We're on all social platforms. That TikTok is moving, Twitter, Instagram, we're there. Tap in, follow, hit us with a DM if there's some money moving. And of course, subscribe to the show. The video is on YouTube, the audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are available. As far as myself, I am the reigning, but not defending this weekend because the big belt is on the line. I am the reigning RSC TV Predictions champion. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Aew. You don't need to worry about following me. Just follow the work. Pass it to my mans in them.
Hey, who are you? Let me introduce you to the other Don. Don.
Sir, I'll tell you who I am. I am Ron the Don, the 5 foot of fresh, nothing less. And you can find me on all platforms at Ron Don PMF. You already see the stuff in the background. You already know. Pass it to the white chocolate brother below me. What's goody?
The defending champ.
The champ is here.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's Big Belt Boog. I don't gotta talk. I let the money talk. BlameBoogie.com. I'm coming out this pay-per-view this weekend. Still champ. And if I do drop the belt, whew, it ain't gonna be the Chad Law. But speaking of which, I'm gonna kick it over to him right now.
Adrenaline in my soul.
That's right. He froze up. He
Damn,
froze up. He
Chaz
couldn't even come to the competition.
Chaz's connection needs some adrenaline.
It's all right. Maybe that's what it is. It could just be that this is a prediction to the prediction.
I'm here. It's Young Gaddafi himself, CHADLAW. Y'all know I'm always on go. I'm always moving around right now. I will be in New York this month, so the tour will be taking place. You know what I'm saying? We'll be doing more content live and direct. You know what I mean? Everybody will be seeing me stationary. It will be happening. Yes, sir. It's going down. Elimination Chamber. It's happening this Sunday night. No,
Yo, sir,
what am I?
no.
Whoa.
No
Holy
way.
shit. I'm high. Revolution.
No way.
Revolution.
Right?
This Sunday night. It's going down. Revolution, y'all. All elite wrestling. That's where we're at with it. It's the prediction show. I feel, we've been doing prediction shows and exchanging the belt back and forth for so many weeks now that like these shows are just running congruent to each other. Literally. Like we have WrestleMania coming up in like a couple of weeks. You've got a TV title defense coming up with NXT Roadblock and Dynamite, by the way, champ.
NXT roadblock.
Yeah, Ron.
Listen, I feel good about it. You want to know why I feel good about it? You called me out for Impact, right? Impact is supposed to be your bag, and I came out of that unscathed. So I feel all right. I feel comfortable going into NXT. I see you on Tuesday, big man.
All right,
whatever
Ron,
you want to do.
with it, right? It's a triple
Now,
threat.
you know what? I'm down. It's the first time hearing about it.
Right.
I'm down. Let's go.
Bug,
you
you
win?
win?
On the fly. Let's
You
go.
getting the TV title?
Yeah, I might come out. I might pop out.
Might pop out.
All right.
Might pop out. For
Fatal
that.
four-way. Fatal
Bug
four-way.
Lesnar might make an appearance on NXT television.
Pop out.
All right.
Bring my cowboy hat and my flannel.
All right. Let's get this
And your-
prediction
and your
show on the road.
And your
fellas.
white lightning. Your white lightning.
Yo, White Lightning is sick
White
during Black
Lightning.
History Month. To end Black
Nah.
History Month with White Lightning is sick for Brock Lesnar, bro.
Love
That
it.
man
Nah,
has
I
hurt so
prefer-
many black people
I prefer
in the
the
last
nickname-
couple of years.
I would be Cafe Bianco, bro. Just bro.
Cafe
That's my name.
Bianco.
That's my name.
That is an MLW faction waiting to happen.
100%.
What about Boar's Head Boogs?
Yikes.
Yo, nasty pause.
Damn.
Boar's
Man being head
Boogs.
anything is crazy. Head bug is not it.
Jesus.
All right, let's get these
Please save us.
predictions in the book. I'm gonna go from the bottom pause of this document real quick, and we're gonna work our way up to the main event, of course. We're gonna start out right now with the no holds barred match between Christian Cage and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Long time coming, this match. We don't need to say too much about all of these. I'm sure we got some commentary for sure about the main event, maybe a match here or there. But who do we feel is winning this no holds barred match? Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I'm going with Jack Perry to end this feud, move on to greener pastures. What y'all think?
I'm going with Jack. I'm going with Jungle Boy as well. You know, after that little vignette he had with digging the grave or whatever it is, I see that he's gonna get a little nuts. So
That was bad, by the way.
you know, whatever it was, you see what what mindset he's on. So I think I think he's gonna do some things. So yeah, I got Jungle Boy. I got Jungle Boy.
You got champ.
You know, unless Tony Khan has been having some real late nights with some real redacted substances, I think we're getting Jungle Boy. I don't think it makes sense to bring him back with the leather jacket nonetheless. We got leather jacket Jungle Boy. I was just saying fuck Jungle Boy a couple episodes ago. He made me lose a predictions podcast. I came back, or a predictions championship. I came back and won the championship. I got no more heat with Jungle Boy. I think it's Jungle Boy.
Leather jacket Jack. Chad, what you got?
Yep.
Adrenaline in my soul.
Yeah. I'd go home, but I'm already here. I don't know where to go anymore. He didn't even give us his pick. He's just out.
He's just pausing shit and bouncing.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking that.
Dame
But
Dash
all
of the podcast.
Yeah, how you pause a jacket, by G?
The Jack, I guess.
Yeah.
I wasn't even
was here,
thinking. I
he's
was like,
not
I was
here.
just moving on. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Redacted substances.
Redacted.
Redacted.
Could be anything. Gold bond.
He's gonna be playing in the snow.
He could be drinking a whole bunch of water, man.
Nah, word. That good water, that alkaline.
He might just be up late because he has to pee after drinking
Maybe
lot of
he's
water.
got insomnia. Just he makes the best of it.
too much vitamin C.
Crushed up.
Yo, relax.
Chad's back like beef bacon.
As soon as he comes in.
Oh, that was too crazy. Leather jacket Jack is wild. I don't know why that fucked me up. But yeah, let's get back to it. All right.
Yeah.
I was crying the whole time that shit disconnected. I laughed so hard that shit disconnected. It was crazy, son. All right. I want to go with the group consensus and say Jungle Boy, but I really do feel like Christian Cage will win this thing, though.
No, something in
Just
my
to
heart
keep it
tells
going.
me Christian Cage is gonna win, yo.
Like, yo, there's no way
up.
it's gonna end this easy. Like, it's not going to end this quickly. We're like, all right, Jungle Boy wins, yay! Like, I just genuinely don't feel like that's going to happen with
Tell me
Double or
the
Nothing
truth.
around the
I
corner.
hope this doesn't fuck up a future job opportunity for any of us with AEW. But tell me that Tony Khan doesn't seem like the type to set up the chessboard and just sit at both sides playing against himself at night in his place by himself, bro. He just seems like that type of dude, no? Like, I don't know, man. This shit can get dicey.
Nah, you got me thinking now because
No, for real.
If Cage is ultimately going to win, he's going to bring back Luchasaurus and like do something to screw Jungle Boy over.
As soon as they figure out
Luchasaurus
that,
has to come back.
as soon as they figure out the lawsuit with the
Yeah,
mask.
he can't be on. Yeah, he got a lawsuit against the mask right now. It's
Oh,
trademark
word?
But I
infringement.
will say,
That's why he's
Word?
not on TV. Yeah.
fuck
For real?
Luchasaurus. I mean, he's talented, but I'm just saying he might actually
didn't
even be
know.
injured. I don't know. But
You know what? He may come back as something else then. If
that's true.
So he's not going to be
But-
Luchasaurus anymore.
But what I will say is
That might
we
be a
have
good
a
change for
healthy
him.
Christian Cage. So why wouldn't he go over? I almost want to change my pick just off that.
If you want
Nah,
to,
Christian's going
this
over.
is what
We
counts.
got time.
This is
You
what
know, we
the,
got
Christian's
3 days.
going over.
documented video
I say
counts.
Christian's winning. Christian's winning. I didn't realize that Jungle Boy. I didn't realize that Luchasaurus was even out, yo. You didn't.
Bro,
I
my
didn't
final
even blink
answer-
about it.
My final answer is Christian Cage, yo.
Okay, we're split. The room
Christian's
is
winning, yo.
I got
Christian's
Jack
winning.
Perry going over. Ron got Jack Perry, and y'all got okay.
You know what it is? I'm
I wanted
I'm
to feel
staying with
good
Chad.
win.
I'm running away from the jacket, bro. I'm just running away from it.
Yeah, that the jacket and like. I feel the feel good ending with Jungle Boy winning, but like also when you look at the dynamic of the rest of the card you're about to say out loud, it's like Christian could use it. Christian is the heel that wins on Sunday.
All right,
We'll
the room is split. Let's bring it back over to my soft leather jacket. A. We got the 6-man tag team match for the AEW World Trios Championships. We have the Elite defending against the House of Black. I got the
This
House
is
of
another
Black
one.
winning.
I'm fucking split on this one, man.
I had
see
the-
this. I can see this absolutely going both ways, and I could probably argue both ways. But I said, what the hell? I just think that this. If you're gonna pull the trigger and have House of Black do anything significant while they're there, the trios division is built for a team like them because they're not.
You want to know how
splitting up and
corny
winning
my
any other
answer is?
titles.
Listen how corny my answer is. I'm not giving my answer for who I think. I'm just telling you why I would think, or why I think the House of Black is a good choice, right? Dog, didn't they look great with the titles? Dynamite last
Of
night?
course.
They did.
what?
They
They
did.
Of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Of course, they
Tell
look
me
like
they
they were
wouldn't
made
move.
Long
for
time
this
coming.
championship.
They would move
Long time
so
coming.
many figures with them title belts, yo. That shit is insane looking on TV. I'm telling you that. I can't be the only fan. We can't be the only 4 people that think that. There's no way.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
I agree.
Yeah, ditto. I had the Elite, but this was a hard one to choose because it's like there was really no story to build it up. So it's like, I'm going with the Elite for now. But I mean, it really doesn't matter to me who wins, to be honest. But
I'll throw a wrench in it right now. Let's just suppose this, right? We're real close to April. We just talked about FTR, right? Let's say FTR is not coming back. Who needs the tag titles more than the Bucks right now? I mean, the Bucks themselves, just by themselves. Let's say this thing breaks apart. Let's say Hangman ain't doing nothing no more, and after this, Kenny's not doing anything. So maybe those two do something. Maybe the Bucks are just a tag team all over again. Maybe they get the belts back. I have no idea what. There's literally, I don't think I've seen a pay-per-view for AEW that we don't know the definite answers for really any of these matches. I think it's like really up for debate for real. Like we don't know what's gonna happen.
that's what I like. That it's kind of unpredictable.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
my pick. I'm going with the Elite too.
So you got
even though I'm bringing up all these ideas, I really do think that because the Elite have the pull, why wouldn't they keep the championships unless they're booking something else, which they haven't really planted any seeds for, except for House of Black maybe getting the titles. But that could just be a redirect. But then again, why would they want to bury the House of Black, who needs something right now? I'm doing it again, bro. If I lose the title, I lose it. I'm going with House of Black. Fuck it.
Woo.
I'm rolling the dice.
Audible.
You know
Called
what?
The Audible.
Fuck. I was on the bandwagon with the rest of the group with the elite, but you know what? Crapshoot. I'm going with House of Black too. Because it's like, why not? Why the fuck not, yo? Really, because when you look at the landscape of all the titles, right? There's no title changes. Right now, like if I go with my predictions, there's no title change. This is the title to change hands. This is the guaranteed title to change hands if we go that route. And it's going to happen off of a Nick Jackson fuck up. And Aleister Black wins it. And that's the spark that we need to be like, all right, Trios titles is real interesting now. And I think that's how you cure taking this feud out of nowhere and like making it into something. 2019 AEW, we would have been going crazy over this type of match. Right now, we need some more meat and potatoes. So right now, we need more of a chase. Because if they kill House of Black, what makes me want to see a rematch?
What
not only a rematch, who else is even
this?
in that division? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They kill House of Black. Who are they defending against next?
We got fucking Danhausen and Orange Cassidy the other night as a tag team. There's stuff going on over there that we can't even figure out
That
right
shit
now.
was just
So it
random as
kinda
hell,
is
to
what
be
it is.
honest.
Wild ass tag team match that we're going to talk about in a second. But moving right along in the docket, we have the 3-way match for the AEW Women's World Championship. We have Jamie Hayter, the champ, defending against Saraya and Ruby Soho. You already know what type of time I'm on. This is Jamie Hayter season over here, so I'm going with the champ successfully defending. Ron.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I got Hater gang over here. Word.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to change hands. I think it's Jamie Hayter.
That freeze again.
Which sucks though, because like a lot of these women do and could use some more rub. Like they just need a little bit more. But hey,
Yo, but like
I ain't
there's a
booking this shit.
whole other division that's not even booked on the pay-per-view that there's no significant story. So the women that are just kind of floundering, they should be in the TBS division doing something significant.
I mean,
I was just about to say that they need to do something with Jay Carhill. I don't know if she needs to end the streak or whatever, give the belt up or whatever.
Yeah,
but
all of that needs to happen. It needs to be like at some point there needs to be some reason that I think she might lose a match. She doesn't have any difficulty. You know what I'm saying? There's no challenge for her. It's almost the same.
The only person for me that I saw as a credible threat to Jade Cargill is Nyla Rose, and that was it. That's the only person I saw that I'm like, yo, this.
I really think
You might beat her.
waiting
Like,
for
that's it.
The Statlander. All right, so who you got in this match, Chad? God, man.
Oof, that's rough. Well, we said Chad got Jamie Hayter, so we could go to the next match.
Come
We
back
could get
in
him,
by the time we,
get him in here when he pops back in.
Jericho Appreciation Society. All right, the next match is the Jericho Where am I at? What's my fucking spot?
Yeah, Jerk.
Oh,
It's Jericho Starks,
they
right?
banned from ringside. All right, the next match is a singles match where the Jericho Appreciation Society is banned from ringside. Definitely banned from the ringside club. Sorry, fellas. But we have Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks. I think I look at this kind of similar to the Jack Perry versus Christian Cage. Got the upcomer, you got the veteran, long feud going on. I think this is the way you tie a bow. And I think Ricky Starks, he needs this win. Like, he had momentum for a while and then got into this feud with Chris Jericho, and it kind of got weird and there's a bunch of random shit going on. But I think like he's going to rebuild his momentum once he takes this W over Jericho and he gets back on track doing something else. So I'm going with your man's Ricky Starks with the dub.
Yeah, I'm going with Ricky Starks too. Jericho really doesn't lose anything from losing, so I mean it's a good way. Not the biggest Ricky Starks fan in the world, but I see him taking this. Kind of makes sense, you know. So
Yeah, I'm going with Ricky Starks. Same thing as Ronnie. I'm not a Ricky Starks hater, and I don't hate the effort that he's put forth or the improvement that I've seen in him since he started. I just there's certain wrestlers you like, there's certain wrestlers you don't like, and he's just not my bag. But it's not his fault. He works hard, does his thing, and there's no reason for Jericho to win. So
there you go.
That's it.
Word.
All right, we got Chad's pick, who's having technology turns hell, man.
And if we have to, if he hops back in, we could just have him run through the rest of his picks, just shotgun.
Yeah. But Chad right now is picking Ricky Starks. So we all across the board, we're going with Ricky Starks. Up next, we have the singles match for the TNT Championship: Wardlow versus Samoa Joe, the champ. I think I'm on an island by myself with this pick, with this match. I actually see Wardlow defeating Samoa Joe. I see Wardlow defeating Samoa Joe. I think it's a quick turnaround because the winner of this match is going to defend against Powerhouse Hobbs on next Dynamite, and I don't see Hobbs losing that match. So I could very easily see a hot shot going on where Wardlow beats Samoa Joe, and then wherever Wardlow goes next, maybe they interfere in that match, costing the title against Powerhouse Hobbs. Maybe Joe wants revenge, and then Wardlow heads down to Ring of Honor for a second. There's a bunch of ways, but I see Wardlow winning, and I don't see him having that title for more than a week. Ron.
I had Samoa Joe in this. I think they're gonna have Samoa Joe retain it, and I think a lot of people will be interested to see Joe versus Powerhouse Hobbs. I think that'll be a good little match, meat on meat action. Pause.
Jesus,
something like that. Yeah, just click the pause button right there. So yeah, I got Joe.
Yeah, I think there isn't a reason, or there is a reason why we probably haven't seen like Wardlow Hobbs or any of like the AEW born talent like that feud with each other. If they wanted to, they would have done it already. Doesn't have to be a title picture. So I, as much as I want to say I think Wardlow would take this one, I think that Joe retains and then Hobbs beats Joe. That's just how I see it.
Okay.
Word.
And like I mentioned, I am on an island, so Chad Law is also going with Samoa Joe retaining the TNT Championship in his match with Wardlow. Up next, we have the Texas in California death match. We have Hangman Adam Page against Jon Moxley. Isn't this in San Francisco or some shit like that?
Yep. Yeah, San Francisco.
All right, Texas death match in San Francisco. Hangman Page versus Jon Moxley. This is gonna be bloody. We saw, that promo that Mox cut on Dynamite, dripping blood on the steps.
Yeah, that was.
Let me tell you something,
insane.
bro. Mox has probably bled on every episode for sure this year, right? He probably can, like, his streak is like Undertaker levels when we're talking about about. That being said, I enjoyed the shit out of that promo. Like, he was verbally telling you what I was looking at, and that's a caged animal that's ready to kill. And like the pool of blood filling his eye, and the camera pans down, and you see it pulling up on the steps and dripping. Whoever had to clean that up, man.
I say this often just because, feel how you want to feel about Bully Ray. I don't agree with everything he says, but he does have a lot of really good takes that make so much sense from a common sense standpoint. So he mentioned something about, the way Danielson brought that show or that promo home the other night, and he just, he dropped the F-bomb at the end of it, and how you never see that from Danielson, right? Like, he doesn't swear like that.
Yep.
It made it so valuable. So I think while Mox, and I respect the shit out of him because he works his ass off, I think Mox is getting, instead of drinking, I'm not saying that it has to be this, but a hot take, I guess you would say, and I have no business speaking about the man's personal life, but maybe, when you drop one thing, you pick up another. Maybe he just likes to get color a whole lot, man, and it's just a part of his match thing now. It's just what he does, and no shame in his game. It is what it is. I just personally feel like it's a little much.
It is.
But we're going to touch on this in our extra 5-point question as well.
Especially when, like, it was the match with Evil Uno that caused him to bleed. It was like 45 seconds into the match, he's bleeding. But that was the match for the pre-recorded interview that we saw this past Wednesday. But, like, bleeding in a match with Evil Uno was nuts. Like, that shit crazy. But nonetheless, he will bleed again. So will Hangman Page in this Texas death match. If I'm looking At the pick that I threw in this doc earlier, yep, I'm going with Page. Hangman Page, I think, needs to win a little bit more than John Mox. Mox has been probably the best booked talent in AEW since the beginning of the company. Like, for sure. He's one of them dudes where he doesn't lose clean, period. And then when he does lose, like when he lost to CM Punk, for instance, or, you know, the matchup with Hangman Page on Dynamite, it means something. It's very, very, like, a big deal. That being said, I think it's a big deal for Hangman Page to win this match, not only for the win over Mox, but because we haven't seen Hangman Page with momentum since he lost the title. You know what I mean? So I think he definitely needs to win. And we've been talking about Mox taking a vacation for the longest. Maybe this is when he finally, you know, takes a week off, at least 2 weeks or something like that, and goes and chills, and hopefully he doesn't bleed in the crib. Ron, what you got?
I had Hangman Page because I believe this is the rubber match, right?
No, this is the fourth.
This is the fourth one.
Yeah,
okay. Well, I'm gonna mimic some of the things you said. He definitely does need that win. So yeah, I do have Hangman. As for Mox, I know Mox's doctor has to be looking at him insane because this man is bleeding.
His doctor is
insanely, like, both of them, like bleeding insane, like every episode. And I can get like just being tired of him bleeding every time. Like, I really don't need to see that all the time. I feel like when you bleed, it should be at special times.
His head's about to start looking like New Jack, bro. Like, what's he
doing?
doing?
Remember Abdullah the Butcher?
Right. It's
like you could put quarters and dimes in the cut slits on his head because it just never healed right. Like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, like it's insane. So I get like it's too saturated now because it's like I don't want to see you bleed every Dynamite, every Rampage. Like it's really unnecessary. It should really be done at like special times, you know, when it's like the storyline's real serious. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? So, but I got Hangman. So I know he definitely needs to win.
I'm not gonna harp on it. I got Hangman as well.
Word.
According to the doc, Mr. Chad Law is going with Mox.
And I'm also going to say this now, so we could call this live on the fly. Chad could give his too. But because I'm the defending champ, I got my 5-point bonus here. And the question is, who will bleed first? John Moxley or Hangman Adam Page for 5 points?
Hell of a question. I'm going with Mox. His skin is paper thin.
Right. I was going to wait later to choose, but I guess I'll choose now. I think I'm going to go with Mox as well.
I'm going to swerve and say Hangman because the babyface is going over, and I think Hangman's the babyface here. Mox is getting the hell out of here.
Word.
Okay.
We'll see what Mr. Law says. I think we might do. I might log in. If I'm home watching live, I might jump on a little live and just chill and do a little watch along and shit. All right, we got 2 matches left. Both of them are championship matches. First and foremost, we have the 4-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. The Guns are the defending champs. We have the Acclaim, the former champs. We have Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. And, of course, we have Orange Cassidy and Danhausen. I'm going to tell you who I actually want to see win, and I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win. Just for the chaos that it would cause, I want to see Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett win that shit.
Same.
Because it's going to fucking blow up. Like, there's going to be so many people that, I love it. It's going to cause chaos. However, I think the Acclaim regain the championships. I never saw the Guns as long-term title holders anyway. In fact, they've held the title longer than I thought they would in the first place. I think like right after they won it, maybe the next week or the week after, they had a defense, and I thought it was a wrap right then and there. But there's still a chance. They're walking into Revolution, and I think the Acclaim take it back.
Word. I have the Guns retaining, but I have Billy Gunn turning on the Acclaimed, and he's gonna finally, side with his sons. I feel like there's gonna be a situation in the ring where the Acclaimed are about to get the pin. Billy Gunn does something, and I think he's gonna come out on Dynamite saying, I got tired of these guys. I'm carrying them. I'm tired of the scissor meat nonsense. The suck it all day, whatever. Not exactly that, but I think it's gonna be something like that because I felt like Billy Gunn was gonna turn when when his sons won the title. When did they win the title? Was that was it on a? I forgot when they won the title.
It was on a Dynamite.
It was on a Dynamite.
They beat who? Keith Lee and Swerve. Or did they beat no, you're talking about they beat the Acclaim. That was on a Dynamite.
Yeah, they beat the Acclaim. Yeah,
yeah,
there was a Dynamite. I thought Billy Gunn was going to turn then, but I mean, it is what it is. So I'm thinking they may turn now. I might be wrong, but I think it may make sense more than the other competitors in the match because Orange Cassidy and Danhausen just the most random shit, like ever. Like just to be a tag team all of a sudden now. It's not terrible, but it's just.
I mean, they're in the same crew, so it's not too crazy. But it came out of left field either way.
Right, I think that's what it is. Yeah, it came out of left field. It was just all those, like, you know what I mean. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Guns retaining with a Billy Gunn turn on the Acclaim. So
cool. I'm just gonna go with the Acclaimed winning again. I don't really know about the turns. It does sound like it would make sense, but I'll just say the Acclaim wins the titles again.
And Chad Law is going with the Guns also retaining the tag team titles. All right, the main event, 60-minute, 1 hour Iron Man match. The defending champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, defending against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Again, I would love to see Bryan Danielson win this. Fire promo for starters for the go home show. That was like one of the top 2 moments I think on the show. You know what I'm saying? This has been a build that they definitely got right. And the only thing that gives me any doubt, the only thing that kind of kills the drama a little bit for me, in my opinion, is the fact that like Bryan has been very vocal in interviews and all over the place talking about like, I'm here to wrestle. I don't want titles. I don't want championships. I'm here to just put on bangers and wrestle and fight and blah, blah, blah. That being said, if you put that to the side, the fact that he had to go through the gauntlet and he successfully did that, and you can see like MJF is usually the dude that gets under other people's skin, and now Bryan is getting under MJF's skin. And we all know what type of caliber of wrestler he is. He can wrestle, a broom and have a 5-star match. Everything on the table looks like it should be a Bryan win, but I'm going to go with MJF retaining. I don't know how. I think that MJF is a much better wrestler than a lot of people give him credit for because that's the character. He's not there to show out. He's there to do as little as possible and make the money and talk and tell you that you're not shit. And he does a good job at that. So I think somehow, some kind of way, he definitely surprises Bryan. Maybe he's better than Bryan prepared for. And I think MJF walks out still the champ.
Yeah, I have MJF as well, although I would like Danielson to get the title. But I think we had said this a while ago. I think we see MJF with this title like for a very, very long time. As far as how he will win after like at the end, I know there's going to be some type of shenanigans. He may get the ring or something. I think, like you say, he's gonna show that he really is like a really good wrestler, but then he's gonna get pissed off at some point. There's gonna be shenanigans. He may get a ring. He might get some brass knuckles. I know this. He's gonna do some. He's gonna do something to get that last fall over him. I know it's gonna be split or something. So knowing MJF, he's gonna pull some shit. So that's how I see it.
I think we all want to see Bryan Danielson be the world champ. But I do think this is going to be like his job of all jobs. Like he's laying down on this one. And this is going to be a 60-minute lay down.
Yeah.
Like he, aside from saying he came to wrestle, I believe I've also heard him say many times that he wants to help the youth and the younger talent develop and get put over and stuff like that too. And he could have stayed in WWE and got paychecks and been whoever he needs to be. But in AEW, he gets to be himself. He gets to do what he wants to do. And for the most part, just lay down when he needs to help somebody else, further themselves because he's already seen and done everything he needed to. So on top of that, you know, like I told you guys, I'm not really a fan of dirt sheet stuff or any of that crap, but I do listen when people talk. So MJF has also been paid a handsome amount of money to come back to work for AEW. He's there for a while. He's there, you know, at least until 2024. And that's not a very far distance from now. We only have so many pay-per-views for AEW in a year. I don't see him dropping it to Bryan Danielson right now, unfortunately. I wish he was, but I don't see it happening.
Word, man.
And Chad Law is going clean sweep across the board. We all picked MJF. Chad's going with MJF, so are we.
Got another
But
5-pointer.
there was one more 5-pointer, right?
It's this one. Yeah, so
Okay.
same exact question, just different match. Who bleeds first?
Who bleeds first, MJF or Danielson?
That's a tough
There
one.
will be blood. We know that.
There will be
Oh,
blood.
I believe there's gonna be blood.
I think Danielson does. I think the drama is there. Yo, one of the illest things about Bryan is that, especially with his history, we all know all of the difficulties that he's had health-wise. His selling is so real that sometimes, like, yo, fam, like, he'll stop the match, cut to a commercial, make sure my man's just good, because I don't want him to, like, I like him wrestling. I don't want him to, you know, go on the shelf anymore. So I
Right.
think, like, the drama that it's going to cause of him bleeding first is going to be like, damn, he's in peril, babyface in peril. So
Right.
I'm going Bryan.
Word.
I think I'm gonna go with MGF right now. I think
I respect it.
Bryan Danielson, he's gonna be so pissed off. Like coming off that last promo, I think he's just gonna, you know, bust him open first, and you know, and just take it from there, and then just drag this man for like 30 minutes, man. I can see that, you know.
Word. I could really see a good case for either of them. If MJF wins, I think he bleeds first. So I'm going to go with MJF.
All right. 9-point question, but maybe I'll take this over real quick. The exit survey. Who
Got it.
Who gets the first pin, the first fall, I should say? MJF with the first fall over Bryan, or Bryan with the first fall over MJF? I'm going Bryan. I'm going Bryan because my reasoning is very, very simple. MJF retains. So technically, if this was a one-fall match, you could say that Bryan would have beat and become the world champion if he gets the first fall. So I'm going Bryan with the first fall over MJF.
You know what? I got Bryan too. I think, like I said for the prediction, like Bryan's gonna be coming off that promo. He's gonna be so pissed off. He's gonna probably make him tap, and then MJF is gonna be running to a corner and say he's probably had enough already. And it's probably like 10 minutes in, and then you still have like 50 minutes left. So yeah, I could see Danielson getting the first pin.
Yep. Same here. And I'll proxy Chad, and I'll say that he
That's
picked
what
the
he
other
does.
one because he's just an asshole. That's it.
Whoever it was he picked, I'm picking. That's Chad right there. All right, folks, we'll see.
Word.
We'll see at the end of this.
That's it.
This pay-per-view if the good Sir Bug is still the defending RSC PPV champ.
I will say, just like I said when I dropped the title to Ron previously, I will be happy and I guess the word is competitively willing to pass the title to whomever does win after this, because it's a really good pay-per-view. We have no clue what's going to happen. Legitimately, we have no idea what's going to happen. And they're all good picks, but shit, man, we could get swerved all over the place. So,
That's a fact. Word.
as always, fuck you, San Diego. We got a revolution in San Francisco.
Peace.
We're getting the fuck out of here. Peace.